Hello there, y'all. It's your girl, Shauna Ray, and it is Wednesday. And you know what that means. That is time for Boss Talk. Well, thank you for tuning in and welcome back to Boss Talk LA. It is Wellness Wednesday. And so I want to know if you out there in the world would send me a note in the comments and tell me, what are you doing for your wellness on this fine Wednesday? For me, today was all about self-care. It was all about sitting and being still. I took care of some things on the computer because, that's what we do all the time. But we also just took some time today to just be still and breathe and relax and allow my body to just be calm in that space. Because when you run and do things the way that I do, you have to designate that time to just pay attention to your wellness. And sometimes that might be paying attention to your breath in a mindful way, like being mindful of your breathing and allowing those shoulders to drop down and that neck to elongate, because sometimes we're like this and we don't even recognize it. We don't even realize it, right? So we just need to sigh just every now and again. So today was a beautiful day for me to do that. Now here in California, it was 90, I think it got up to 97. Right now it's about 92 where I am. So tell us what's it like where you are. I see my dear friend and brother, Johnny D. Greetings from the ATX. Hello, Austin, Texas in the house. And that makes perfect sense because my guest tonight is also coming to us from the ATX. So I want you to take a moment and send out the link. We are live here every week on Wednesday, so you can join us on Boss Talk LA. You can join us on YouTube. You can join us on Facebook. You can join us from LinkedIn, and you can join us also, I kind of think, on Instagram, but I'm not really sure how that works just yet. We are connected to Instagram right now, though, but I don't know where it's showing or how. We're working on that. But take a moment and send out the link. You have the link to get here. Send it out to somebody that you know needs to tune in tonight and just have some great positive vibes. This is an especially great show because it's two sisters who have a true connection from the heart, because the guest tonight is my bestie and y'all have met her before. But what I love is every time this beauty comes to us, she brings us something new and exciting that she is up to. And I just love that about her. And so you are going to send this link out now to somebody who needs to be inspired. And I'll give you some criteria around that. Somebody who might be an artist, so an artistic soul that you knew. No, send the link out. Someone who is over 40. send the link out. Somebody who you know is a bad, bold sister who might be just in need of a little special push to go after her dreams. Send the link out to her, because this sister, my dear friend, my bestie, my ace, boom, cool, as we always say, is here tonight to tell us about the latest thing that she's up to. Now, the last time she was here, we were celebrating the launch and the bestsellership of her book. Her book is called Unblock Me. And that book made it to the bestsellers list. Okay, so that in itself is a huge accomplishment. Well, let's start with the fact that she wrote the book, because that's a really huge accomplishment just in and of itself. But now she's got a new thing, y'all. So I want to remind you of the amazing, powerful, fantastic, and beautiful Chantel Denise. She's a performing artist, empowerment coach, and author, and a powerhouse of purpose, passion, and performance. As a dynamic performing artist, author, and certified life coach, she brings soul to every stage and substance to every conversation. Whether she's captivating a crowd with her voice or coaching women to reclaim their worth, Chantel's mission is clear: to elevate, inspire, and empower. With over 25 years in the entertainment industry, Chantel has graced stages across the U.S. touring, working with Grammy-winning artists and headlining her own unforgettable shows. She's not just a singer. Oh, Miss Chantel Denise is an experience, y'all. Her artistry fuses R&B, soul, funk, and disco with heartfelt storytelling, creating music that moves both the body and the spirit. A current Wavemakers 5 for 5 honoree, she is now preparing to release her debut EP, a bold reflection of her journey and sound. Now, beyond the spotlight, Chantel Denise is a devoted mentor and coach who pours into others with the same passion she brings to her music. Through workshops, youth programs, vocal training, and one-on-one coaching, she helps women amplify their authenticity, align with their purpose, and thrive personally, professionally, and spiritually. Chantel believes creativity is unlimited and self-worth is non-negotiable, y'all. She lives by the truth that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. So without another word from me, y'all, please welcome back to Boss Talk, Chantel Denise.
Hello, my friend.
Hello. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Sis, I'm loving that hat. It gives me that boots on the ground flavor. I'm loving that hat.
Honey, this is my summer beach hat. Look at that.
Oh, I like it.
Yes,
I like it. Well, let me take these off so I can see you better, girl.
Let me move in a little bit.
Move in. So tell me, is that a straw hat?
Yes, it is, madam.
Oh, and it's got the cowboy flavor, cowgirl flavor.
It does.
A little bit of beach to shade you. I just love it. I love it all. And thank you for the pink. Yes. And thank you for the pink, because you know those are our colors, and we got the pinks and the purples and the mauves and all of that going on today. So welcome back, sister. And I'm so excited to have you back now. I love that every time we get to have you on, you have, you have passed another milestone. That's how I want to say it, right? Mm-hmm. And so I love that. And I love that you are standing fully in your authentic self. And I love those triple P's. What is that? Passion, purpose, and performance. So tell me how those all kind of vibe together for you at this juncture in your life, Chantel Denise.
You know, I appreciate this question, bestie, because It's one of those things for me. I know for me life is seasonal, and I think some other people can relate to this. And so you're not able to do everything all at once. In
Mhm.
every season. Sometimes you have to do this in this season, that in this season, this over here in this season that's coming up. So I look at when we're talking about, my passion, my purpose, and performance, like they all go together. It's not separated, but
Right.
I get to do some of it in different seasons, like performance is
Mhm.
seasonal, purpose is lifetime. It's all
Yeah.
year round. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's like in that passion for me too, it has to stay consistent. But sometimes I don't feel passionate about things. We go through our things and we're not on fire for our dreams and our vision.
I can feel
That just happens. It happens, right? So but for me, I definitely feel like God keeps me on the straight and narrow about what I'm supposed to be doing in what season and what time. And that is very important to me to stay in alignment with that.
Yes, yes. And I love that. And it's so true about the seasons. And, sometimes as women, because we are known for multitasking and
Mhm.
for being able to do more than one thing at a time, we often get ourselves caught up in moving so quickly that we're trying to do it all at once, trying to do it all
Yeah,
at once. I know I definitely have to still watch myself in that area. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse. Like God blesses you with talents, right? And you get to play with them. You get to be in them and do them. But a lot of times we get caught up in spiraling when we're
Mm,
not taking time and assessing what is the thing for this season, what is the thing for this time, so that
yeah,
we can devote the right attention,
yeah,
right, to a
yeah.
thing, right? And so I know that, and most of the boss talkers out there know that you were a Cali girl via
Mm.
Houston, by way of Houston, because you
It's
grew up
it's
in the Houston area.
it's Texas Cali.
Texas Cali. Okay, got it. I
Yeah,
love that. I love
because
that.
I was born in Houston,
That's
and
right.
then I made my way. I lived most of my life in California, though. That's where I grew up.
That's right.
That's where I
That's right.
became a woman.
And so now you have done the full circle thing because you left Cali and me, kind of, a little over a year ago now, right?
It'll be 2 years in August, end of August.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah. And time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. Well, that makes sense because I remember that my then boyfriend, well, then, did y'all know he was my boyfriend at that time? Let me see. July. Yeah, he was my
Yeah.
boyfriend by July. Okay. So my boyfriend at the time was at your going away party.
Mm-hmm.
And now we's married. We's married now.
It's married now. Mhm.
Almost
Ring on
6
it.
years.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Time,
Yes.
I'm telling you, it goes quick. That's why you got to grab every moment of this
Mm-hmm.
time and make the best with it. Take
Yes.
it and make it do what it's supposed to do. There are things we're supposed to be on this earth doing. And
Mm.
and that's one of the things about me that I made a decision. Like, I'm like, I know I'm called to do some stuff, God, but I know I can't do it all at one time. But I got to master this time that you've
Right.
given me because it goes by really quickly.
Yes,
And
it
we don't
does.
have a lot of time that we think we have, like
Not
folks
at
hanging
all.
out, hanging out with their dreams and their vision, like, oh, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it. You got to get to it now
Yes.
because
Because as
time
we
is
know,
precious.
life is way too short, and it's certainly shorter than we think. Just going back to the time of your party, our friend who brought my husband and I together is no longer with us
No longer with
and
us.
was gone at the end of that very year. And
Mhm.
so we got to live, y'all. We got to live to the fullest. And speaking of old friends, greetings, fam. That's Mr. Frederick. You know me. Yes, yes. He says that's a good word, Miss Chantel. Absolutely, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. So now that you have made the transition, it's been almost 2 years. Are you feeling at home in Austin?
You know what? I will be honest. I'm making my way around to that. It's like
Oh,
people always ask me, do you like Austin? And I'm like, it's almost like a hesitation. In the past, it was a hesitation. Like that first year was a hesitation, and then this year it's like it's not so much as a hesitation. I'm coming in a little bit quicker with it, but I think what had happened for me is I just wasn't making it home.
Oh, so you yourself unintentionally, but you feel like you weren't just giving yourself to it yet.
Yeah. I was
Mm.
doing all the things, but not embracing in my heart that this is your spot, baby girl, and you need to make the best of it. And then things, when things don't go your way, like you don't find the community and the tribe you were dreaming and longing for. It's like, I like it, but I don't know. It's not. It's not.
Mhm.
You make all these different reasons and excuses for why you're not enjoying something. And God made it clear. It's like you're gonna have to plant your feet and you're going to have to give your heart to this experience here.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Give your heart to the experience.
You got to give your heart to this. This is, I appreciate you said earlier when you said Denise is an experience. And I love that word because I absolutely believe that.
Yes, I
I'm an
love
experience, y'all. But in life, you have to experience it as it is.
that. Hmm.
Austin, when I got here, was not what I wanted to be. And honestly, it's not completely like what if I had the roadmap that I'm gonna make things happen and it's gonna be this way. If you put me in charge of the city,
You're
this
right.
is
There you
how I
go.
would do it, right? But I'm not in charge.
Right. Not that part. That part.
That part. So I have to make the best of my time and the experience that I'm
Mhm.
having here. And I will tell you, I want to go back to that question. I'm absolutely enjoying Austin. Austin, this city has blessed me.
I guess. I
Has
guess
blessed me.
so. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of blessings, it's one right there. Hello there, Mama Marie.
Hey.
Hey y'all, she said, hey y'all back.
Hey,
That is
Mama.
Chantel Denise's mother and my dear, dear friend, Miss Marie. We call her Nana. Hey, Christy. Christy says, amen. Christy's coming to us from that OC. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, sis. So listen, you've been there 2 years again, you're embracing it, and you say the city has blessed you. So let's talk about this recent blessing, okay?
Yes.
And so tell us what has happened in your life that was like a dream come true.
So, this is so heartsy, and I feel this one very deeply because, as you know, I've been in the music industry for 25 years, actually, plus a little bit over that.
Mhm.
And I have been hustling. I have been pay to play. I have done the ticket sales. I have done all the
All of
things.
it.
And here, what has happened for me is that Austin is really about artistry. It's a music town,
Yeah.
right? So there's people here, these women here, these men here, they're super talented. They don't just sing, they play instruments, they do the thing, they do a whole bunch of stuff, right? But the city has embraced the artistry. And it's not so much as about a pay to play, it's about the welcoming of the artists. It's the
Nice.
welcoming of the artist. I feel like
Yes.
an artist here. Okay. I don't feel like just Chantel Denise. I feel like Chantel Denise, the artist, which has been what I have been trying to do for many, many years, is to
Mhm.
be a full-fledged artist where I just show up and do the job.
Yes.
Right. Not have to
Yes.
sell those tickets, not have to ask my friends, can I perform at your venue? Not have to get out, although I love having my friends come, not having to sell all these tickets and ask your best friends and all the people in your family to come. So here I have not had to do that, not once, in a sense of sell tickets and pay to play. I have
Ooh.
invited my friends because I want them to be there. So
Uh-huh.
that's a blessing that has been going on for me. I have my first residency at a venue here that I absolutely love. But the big thing, the big highlight that I would tell you that has happened for me is applying for a grant for
Mm.
Wavemakers. And let me just tell you a little bit about Wavemakers Women in
Ah,
Music.
definitely want to hear
It's
this.
about women 40 plus in the music industry.
Grown and sexy. Come
The
on.
grown folk, the
Okay.
grown folk, right?
Let
Uh,
us.
this community has really done something remarkable. And this is the first year. So I'm one of the first recipients of the 5 for 5 grant that
Oh,
they have given out. So we're at the beginning, but really trailblazing the way for something remarkable that's about to go down. It's already going down. These women are completing their projects, and this grant was for basically to give you monies, funds to complete a project that you wanted to complete musically.
oh my.
So mine is my EP. And I'm so grateful for this community because I would have been in the situation of like, oh, I'm going to get around to it when I get the money. You know what I'm saying? What I said
Yeah,
earlier,
sure.
not using the time to like figure it out. How can you get the money?
Right.
Well, I prayed, I got this opportunity from a woman that lives in California, Michelle. Michelle sent me this link. She said, Chantel, I can't apply for this, but maybe you can because you live in
Oh,
Austin.
see that way. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment for that because that is sisterhood.
It's
That
sisterhood.
is and I know Michelle, great big old heart. And that is, I can't do this. This isn't for me, sis, but I'm not going to hide this information. I'm for
Girl,
you. Okay.
that's a, you know what? That's a conversation we can get a little bit more deep in because
Okay.
here's the thing. What's for somebody else is already set out for them. So there's no competition needed. And she understood the assignment.
Mm,
Like
mm,
God said,
mm.
send this to Chantel because
Yeah.
Chantel needs to apply for this. Send it
Yes.
to her. I hadn't talked to Michelle in a long time. I don't think I had seen her since her wedding, which was a couple of years.
I remember. Yeah.
And I just felt like she, out of her way, we hadn't talked in a couple of years, just sent me something because she thought of me.
Yes.
Thinking about each other as women. Whole
Hmm.
nother subject. But getting back to Wavemakers, I feel like these women thought of me. They saw
Mm,
my story because you have to send in your story, fill out the application and all that. I've never won a grant before. This was my first.
yeah.
And when I opened that email and saw, and I had a rough day earlier that day. I had been frustrated about a few things. When I
Mm,
opened my email and saw that these people had said yes to me, I just started bawling, Shalon Ray, because
of course you
I knew it was divine.
do.
I knew it was divine. It was
Mm,
something I had prayed
mm.
for. It was something God made clear. You're here in Austin to do this music thing.
I
There's
love
other
that.
stuff that you're gonna do, but right now, this music thing, I want you to complete that because I put a song on your heart. I put some music inside of you that you got to share with other people. So
I
get things done. That's
love
my
it.
hashtag.
I
Get
love
things
it.
done.
Get things done. I love that.
So
And you
Wavemakers, these women, they have blessed me tremendously, and I'm gonna forever be talking about them and giving a shout out because they're doing the thing. They're
mm,
not just talking about it; they're putting their money where it's supposed to go. They're giving
mhm.
people an opportunity, women an opportunity who in the industry would be told you're too old, and
Yes.
I've heard that many times.
Yeah, haven't we? And that thing there, that making an opportunity, and now all of you women are working together. That's collaboration. And
That's
what my coach, if you remember, my coach Shay Brown told me years ago, collaboration crushes competition. And so
yes,
that's what we have to embrace, ladies, is to be able to share the wealth, because what is yours and God ordains it all. And maybe something is not for you, but you know it's for your sister. You've got to make that move. You've got to be open to letting go of what doesn't really serve you and what really isn't for you, and blessing somebody else so that you can be blessed in return. So just remember that little CCC, collaboration crushes competition, all day, every
I
day.
yeah.
And John says, let's go wave makers, because I just love, first of all, I love anything that targets the forgotten women, because often that's how we can feel over 40. You know, you're and in that area you're over 40, so you're no longer 30, right? So you're not a 30 something, and you're not in that space of growing and deciding, making decisions on who you're going to be. By the time you're 40, you should know who you are, and then be circling back to what you're getting ready to do with all this that God put inside of you. And you look around and there's nothing, there's nowhere that's looking for you. And so I love that Wavemakers specifically was looking for you and came after you. I mean, they created the opportunity by offering the grant. And so yes to you for taking Michelle up on that offer, because you could have said, oh, I've just been here a little while, I'm not ready, I'm this, I'm that, the other, because we talk ourselves out of things, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We do that. So what made you say yes? Like, did you know right away yes?
No, I didn't actually. It took me a couple of days to get on it. Right. So I looked at it, and let me tell you what happened. I looked at it and it said one of the requirements was that you have to have a residency. And so I've had 2 residencies here, by the way, 2 residencies.
Okay.
Side here. One at a place called the Painted Tree, where I was doing some singing there. It's kind of just by myself, more of a track show, right? So this is my first one with a live band. This is pretty big. But that residency had ended.
Wow.
For this application. So I was like, I told John, I was like, oh, I can't apply. Because I'm thinking literal, right?
See, we do that.
Yeah, we do that. That's another thing that when God says something, get on it.
That's right.
So I said, they were doing, an email came that we're going to do a question and answer. So that was Monday for the question and answer. Tuesday, you had to have your application in by Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
24 hours. So I said, okay, I'm going to jump on this question and answer. Got on there. I was the only one on there at that time. And I said, yeah, I want to apply, but it says that I have to have a residency, and my residency has ended. And I remember Wendy going, is that what's told you have to apply? You don't have to have a residency. We just, I was like, I don't. No, but have you performed here? I performed here. They asked me the question. Yes, I've done some things here, blah, 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 because they wanted to definitely have people who were doing some things, not somebody who's just hanging out at home and singing in the shower, right?
There you go. Right.
So as soon as I got that word, that night I started applying.
Yes, ma'am.
All the way to the next day to get that application done, literally minutes before it was the cutoff.
And that's why it was supposed to be yours. Absolutely. I love it. Oh, it's somebody out here said, hey, is that the Tina Turner lady?
Yeah, we're rolling on a river.
That's your boy Billy.
Yes. Hey, Billy.
Sisterhood. Absolutely. And we love that GTD, you're saying get things done. That is your motto for the season. And we stand 100% behind that, because that is what you did in order to get that application done.
Yeah.
After knowing now, okay, yes, moving forward. I love that. So tell me, you put in the application, you got it in just in the nick of time. And then what?
Then I had to wait.
Then
I'm checking my email like every day to see if somebody sent something. They come in, and then I think a week, because I think they were supposed to give notice within the week, but then a week came, and then they had to put an email out that says we got so many applicants, like we can't. We really trying to make this decision here, so they asked for an extension to let us know. So I was like, okay. So, and as I told you, the day that it came, I was frustrated over a lot that was happening in my life personally. And I'm just like, and I was literally like, God, I try so hard. I'm for you. I do the things that you asked me to do. And this is going on. Just a mess. I mean, literally just a mess. And then check that email a couple of hours later, and it was there.
There it
to
was.
say, hey, Chantel, you are the chosen chick.
I remember when we talked and you were like, I got some news, I got some news. And
Yeah,
I think we were going to visit
right.
someone and I sat in the car while you told me the news and Billy went
Yeah,
inside because I
yeah.
had to hear this. I'm so inspired by this and and I'll tell you why. Because I know what you're capable of. And a lot of times when you were here, I would always be like, I know what she's capable of. These people know what she's capable of. Why not?
Hmm.
Why why isn't this place packed? I would always feel that way. And I perform a little bit too. So we've talked about this. It's like
Yeah,
you let everybody know. You let them know 2 or 3 times, and then you go in there and it's 5 of y'all up in there. And and the grind of having to do all the other things doesn't allow you to be the full artist that you are. So I love that you and John and packed up Miss Melody and just went for the thing, because a lot of times we talk ourselves out of our blessing. And there are always going to be reasons that you can decide why you shouldn't do a thing at this time. But
yeah.
when God says move, you got to move. And you
Hmm.
did that, Miss Chantel Denise. You chose to be obedient. That's the key right there, is you chose to be obedient to what God was telling you all the way. And, we had our nights of crying and we didn't want to separate. And so, but you did that. So boss talkers, ask yourself what's holding you up from accomplishing and going after what and who God has called you to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, because sometimes we think we know.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
think I think fear holds people, a lot of people back, and then questioning. I would tell you, for me, questioning your gift,
mm,
questioning your gift, like, well, this is the way the music industry is going. I don't sound like this person, and I don't, I'm more old school, and I'm more soul and disco, and I got a funk vibe to me too. And then I got this Tina Turner flavor, this rock and roll stuff that I just like to give people, right? Like who, like, because they always are like, well, who do you sound like? I'm like, me.
okay.
Like, I got tired of that question because they're
Yeah.
wanting you to be like somebody, and
Mhm.
that is the most debilitating thing you can do to an artist, is to ask them who they sound like,
Mm.
especially when they're questioning their gift already. It's just a little
Mhm.
seed that the enemy uses to get people off game, to get people away from following through on their vision and their dreams. And I'll be honest, I had those challenges. I had those challenges of like, well, I don't sound like this, and I'm not like this, and I don't do runs, and I'm da 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 da. Runs is what they doing right now. It's like, so what? You don't do all that. That's not who you are.
Mhm.
So don't change who
Mhm.
you are. Music Soul Child got a song called "Don't Change." It's a good one. Don't change who you are. I'm not trying to fit the mold. I'm trying to come in and help you see something different,
Mhm.
to expand your mind. So I have to stick authentically to who I am. And that's what I've been doing. I've been really just focusing on, this is the way I deliver a song. This is the way I sing a melody. This is who I am. I ain't supposed to be like her. We're not duplicating and being carbon copies of anybody. We're being ourselves.
Yes, I love
Nelly
that.
Furtado said something good one time. Nelly Furtado, if you guys know her, she's
Mhm.
she said she doesn't write her music for the people. She writes what she likes in hopes that some people will like it. I don't have the exact quote, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what she was sharing, is that you're not spinning your artistry based on if someone likes you or not. You're creating art that you love, and you put that art out, and hopefully some other people will like it too.
Mhm. And how often have we watched a movie or seen the story of an artist who started out authentically themselves, and then we watch the industry twist them and turn them and shape them into trying to make them be some other mold? And you say, don't try to fit into the mold, baby, create a new mold. That's what I say. Absolutely. Hey, girl is here. She says, fab ladies.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Thanks for tuning in, Miss Daphne. And
yeah.
then, Donna Earl in the house. Hey there.
Hey, Mama Donna.
She says, congratulations. God knew best, always moving forward with your blessing. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Indeed. Oh, we got another brother out here. We know him. Hey, Brother Allen.
Hey, Alan.
He says, hi, Ms. Awesome. My sister inspired my TV show called Showtime at the Roses after her Tina Turner performance. Absolutely.
Yep, sure
Yep.
did.
And that was so many years ago. And so much amazing things came. So many amazing things came from that Tina Turner review. And now, you do Tina Turner as well as Tina did herself, if not better. Okay, I know that for a fact, and we have all enjoyed that phase. But now we're in this whole new phase where you get to create your own music, and in a way that it can be heard. And I want to touch on something you said too about like the industry wanting to ask you who you sound like and how that can pull you away. And last week we had the amazing, and you know him, and Boss Talkers, y'all remember Bubba Graham on the show. And one of the things that Bubba talked about was how long it took him to actually get into and groove with his gift as it was given by God, because he didn't sound like everybody else. He didn't look like everybody else. He looks and sounds like the amazing Bubba Graham. And when he delivers that song, the way that he delivers it is just how it's supposed to be. And Chantel Denise, listen, girl, when you step on the stage, and I'll never forget the first time I heard you sing. And I think it might have been the Tina Turner review. And I was like, wow. It's like you got this little person and she delivers this big, big, big sound. And you know what else I love? And I may have never told you this, so I'm going to tell you this now. I thought from the very first time that I heard you that you were an amazing singer and an amazing artist and entertainer. And I will tell you the difference in your craft, my sister girl, whom I love, from then to now is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And again, I thought you were fantastic then.
Yes.
And I have watched you work to grow. I want to honor you right now with that piece right there. I see you, baby. I see you. I have seen you grow into an even more amazing artist. And so even if I didn't know and love you, I'd buy a ticket. I would come and see you.
Thank you, sissy.
And I think so many people walk into the space and they see you and they're like, that's Chantel Denise? Yes, indeed. It sure is. Sit down, cop a seat, watch.
And I just want to tell you, I appreciate you so much. You the diehard fan, sister, supporter, best girl, all that. You be rolling with me. We'll go out late night.
Yes.
You don't care what time the show starts. You don't care where it's at. You are there. And I just appreciate you so much. So much. And I'm missing that, I'm missing that because we don't get to do that because I'm over there. But and then you just blessing me right now with some flowers. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're gonna make me cry. Listen, we used to make a call and be like, hey, can you get out?
And it just be me and you. And sometimes it used to be me, you, and Sid, remember?
Yep, that's right. Yep. Oh, yeah. God. Yes. Yes. And those are the days, and those are the days that brought us to this place right now where you get to do what you were called to do, what you were built to do. And I just love that. I love that so much. I want to share this quote here. It says, stop trying to fit a mold. Instead, come in and help them see something different. Yes, I love that. So listen, boss talkers, what is that thing? And I want you to think about this. I want you to think long and hard about this. What is that thing that you're doing that you're trying to fit the already set pattern? You're trying to fit that mold that you don't fit. What if you are that square peg and you're trying to get into that round hole? Or what if you're that round peg and you're trying to fit into that square hole and you're not fitting and you're frustrated, and that causes stress and depression and anxiety and all those things that you don't have to have, at least not around this, because you just get to be your authentic, full self. You get to live in your who you are-ness. And that is my phrase for living in your full-bodied self, in your God-given, God-driven purpose, and living in that, standing in that first, living in that and moving in that is the most beautiful thing. So I invite you out there, if you're questioning who you are, your who you are-ness, dig down deep, plant your feet, go in the backyard, put your bare toes on the ground, on the grass, and look up and just thank God for being who you are, because you are specifically crafted and designed just like that for such a time as this. Yes, so live authentically, fully, completely, on purpose in your who you are-ness. Yes, indeed. Well, Miss Chantel Denise, I also want you to tell us about this EP. Like, what are we expecting?
Ooh, so I'm really excited about it, first of all, because I don't know if you know, this is my first one. I think you know. This is my first one. I've never done an EP. You guys can expect some soul. You can expect some inspiration. You could expect some funk, some disco. I would say this EP is going to be my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to experience my heart in this one, because there are things I want to talk about. There are things I want to say. There are things I'm experiencing that I want in the layers of this music, and you're going to get that. I'm super excited. It's way long overdue. And I'm just glad that the time is now, because I'm in the right head space, heart space, soul space, all of it. Because I completely feel connected and aligned with God on this. And I know, like I said, it's totally purposefully divined by Him to do this right now in this time. So you can expect, I think you're going to get all of me.
Ooh,
All of me. Why
I
you
love
say
that.
all of me?
All of me. I love that. Oh my gosh. That is so good. I love that you say that it is purposed for this time, and that
Yeah.
you're going to get a little bit of this part of you and a little bit of that part of you. And so that fullness, that richness that is Chantel Denise, I'm excited. I often think about like our journey as friends and as
Mhm.
sisters, and we've been through all of it
Yeah.
together,
Yeah.
right? From over 25 years now. And
Mhm.
that's such a blessing. And I
Yeah.
know that you all know that I was widowed, and Chantel Denise and her family, Nana and John and the girls and so many others walked with me through that, right? Walked hand in hand, cried with me. And I was recently, I had never, maybe several months ago, I had never looked at William Joseph's celebration videos. I had never looked at them.
Mhm.
And I was looking at it, and I remember the song that you sang, and wow, like it touched my heart so much. And Brinkley would always be in the audience going, "Bravo, bravo!" at all your performances. And so to hear you sing that, I could almost see him and hear him say
Mm.
bravo, because you sang that song, "Don't Cry for Me."
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, did I even remember that from that day?
Mm.
Go back and look at it again and just be able to hear the richness in your voice, the intention in your voice. It just made me have chills. And so I know that I'm so excited to be on this part of the journey with you, watching through these glasses, through these lenses, watching you just turn this into something that the world has been waiting for, that the world deserves. Because when God gives you all that yumminess. The world deserves all that yumminess that you have to give. And so I'm just really, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I can just cry. I'm so excited to hear from you in this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. Me too.
Hey, Miss Candace Joseph.
See
To
Candace
the
there. Oh, beautiful.
Nice to have you, lady. Thank you. Christy says, thank you, Chantal, for sharing your talent with the world.
Thank you,
Amen.
Christy. I appreciate you.
Amen. Did you see what my soror said?
Uh-uh.
I'll see you that in a minute. Stop trying to fit the mold, baby. Create a new mold. Okay, that's me. I don't know if you saw Connie's comment. Soror
I
said,
didn't know Connie was on here. Hey, Connie.
yes. She said, I love what you said. I sound like me. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Thank you, Connie.
Y'all
Yeah.
remember Connie was on the show a while ago, and her son was on last week. And in fact, I know Connie because of Chantel via social media.
Mhm.
But good
And
people
we love
follow
us some
you.
Connie.
Say that again.
We love us some Connie.
We do.
And Bubba, that song she got, he out there, he's slaying.
Ain't he something? Ain't he
He's
something?
doing
I
his
love
thing.
Bubba. I tell Bubba I love when he do like this. He look up. Yes, sir.
And you know what? I want to speak on that a little bit with regarding Bubba. Thank you for that, Connie. Bubba definitely is a different kind of artist. And he's embraced that and it is working for him. And
Yes.
that's what I wanted to just express to people as that when you just be who you are, your authentic self, you rise to the level where you're trying to go. Because it
Mm-hmm.
is not about who can make you get there. It's about the gift that you have that God is taking you there.
Come
God
on.
is
Yeah.
taking you to somewhere. He's taking you to a place. And so it's not about all that other stuff. And I think what's so good about now versus many, many years ago, we have the internet. We have streaming now where you as an artist can make your own way, right? You don't have to rely on the record label anymore. You don't have to rely on that. You can make, an impact just on these different social media platforms doing what you do. And I love that we have that now. Not everybody uses it how it should be used, but the good thing is that for an artist, for a creative, man, it's like a gold mine, and we should take advantage of it. We should take
Truly
it.
it is. It
And
truly
Bubba
is.
did that, and I want to commend him because he did that. And Bubba, I'm right behind you, brother.
Come on.
We will do the same thing.
Come on. And it's true. And when Bubba chose him and realized that everything that God gave him was just right. And
Mhm.
he said that on the show, and he embraced that and started to really lean into Bubba. The world loved it, and he
Yeah.
got that distribution deal. After that, you can't be unsure about who you are or your purpose. You don't have to know how you're going to do a thing. You
Mhm.
just have to go and embrace that it's yours to do, that
Ooh,
God
I
put
like
there
that.
for you. And you embrace that, and baby, whew, he will let you take off because
Mhm.
that is designed just for you.
Mhm.
Such a time
Yeah.
as this.
Totally, I absolutely agree. I love what you shared. Even with the group that I'm a part of, the community, the Wavemakers women, um, every one of us is different. None of us sound alike.
Mm,
None of us sound alike. None of us look alike. And they've already kind of started to create this. It's a brand, baby. It's a brand that really is showcasing different looks, different styles, different people, different because the world is built on difference.
yeah.
The world is built on difference. And the industry for many years has been trying to craft same familiarity. They
Mm,
want the same. And it's like, no, you're gonna see much more. You're gonna experience much more, and you're gonna get some incredible talent out there if you open your mind to being different.
yes.
And that's okay. We're
Absolutely.
not supposed to sound alike. And I love that Wavemakers, the group that they chose, I just love it. We're all different and we're coming to the table, working together, connecting, learning, getting to know each other. I didn't know these women. Many of them didn't know each other. We didn't know the founder. We're all learning each other and growing together in this music industry thing, doing
I
this thing together.
love it. I want to shout out another one of our girls who's out here. She says, "Hey, I think she's saying my stars." Hello there.
Hello, Dr. Daphne.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you. She says, "Hello, world. Look out." Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm excited. And can you tell us a little bit about the founder? Just really quickly, something brief.
Her name is Lurleen Ladd. And Lurleen Ladd is actually, I think she's originally from Houston, which
Hey,
I don't
hey.
even know if she knew that about me, but I love a Houston woman.
Uh-huh.
So she basically is a singer songwriter herself. And that's
Mhm.
what makes it even more special because she's not just a CEO that's come up with an idea or a founder that's like, oh, I got a vision and an idea. I'm gonna just put it together. She's actually been living what she's put together.
Mhm.
There's a
Mhm.
difference. And
Yeah.
so I love that. So Lurleen Ladd, she's the woman. I will always be grateful for her. She's putting this thing on the map and we about to go. You guys got much to expect from us. One of our ladies went on tour already. She's
Wow.
already on tour on a road trip tour. She drove the tour, which
I
is
love
something
it.
spectacular. Over 40. Got another young lady that just finished doing a documentary. So they're doing some great things, these women.
Mhm.
But if it wasn't for Lurleen Ladd doing what she has done, being a good Samaritan,
Mm.
someone who's paying attention to what's going on in the industry and decided, hey, I want to do something about what I see, we all wouldn't have this opportunity. We just wouldn't have it.
Wow.
We
That's
just
so
wouldn't have
true.
it.
That is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Connie said, "You both are enough as well, and you are breaking the mold. Precious gifts from God Himself." Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
In Bubba's voice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, sis, we're coming to that end task.
I know it goes by fast.
I know. We got H-Town in the house. Come on, H-Town,
Yes.
she said.
Dr. Daphne's H-Town too.
That's right.
Now, I was born in Houston, but Dr. Daphne, I grew up in Brookshire.
Brooks a test.
I'm a
Yeah.
country girl.
Yes, indeed. Boots on the ground.
It's on the ground, baby.
I love it. Well, tell us when we can expect this amazing EP to come out.
So my EP will be available at the end of August. I'm
Okay.
currently preparing for the studio second week of July to finish up things. I'm super excited. John has helped me with part of it, so you'll get to hear him a little bit on it. It's the first thing that we've actually, I think, no, it's the second, but it's the first EP for me. So it's the first project that we're kind of collectively working on together that we're actually going to have streamed, like being on all the social media platforms. So
I love it.
we've been in the lab together creating,
Oh, that's
which has been beautiful,
beautiful.
which has been very beautiful. So look
Yeah.
for it end of August. I'll be dropping, content here and there, just taking you guys along the journey.
Absolutely. And I love that about you too. You stay out there letting us see what's going on. I love that. I want to be like you when it comes to that. I wish I could. I'm so inconsistent with getting it out there, but I love watching, especially because I'm not there with you and you're not here with me. So we get to watch from afar, sis. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so in love with all of this that you're doing. And I just think it's pretty doggone amazing and so timely. So
Thank
timely. So you know how we do it right here. You got about 20 seconds. What is that that little nugget that you want to leave with the boss talkers tonight?
Ooh, girl, you can't tell me to do one nugget because I'll go on with a whole bunch of
Well, you
stuff.
got about 20 some seconds. Let's go.
27 seconds. I just think it's really simple. I think, you kind of said it earlier. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present with your life. And I think that goes with your artistry, whatever you do in life. It's so important to not just go, oh, I'll get to things. Oh, I need to have this to do this. You got to be present with the life that you have, because when you're present with the life you have, you know what steps to take next. You know what you got to do next. If you're not present and worried about being perfect, you'll never get things done. You got to do it now. Now is the time to be present with the life that God is giving you so that you can execute all the things that He's already put inside of you to go out and do.
That's rich. I love it. Thank you so much. Well, Chantel Denise, girl, it's coming to the end of our time here, and I want you to stay on, of course, and jam it out with me
Yes.
to my theme song. But y'all, I want you to check this out and connect with Chantel Denise and purchase your copy of Unblock Me, The Journey of Mastering Your Life, Overcoming Challenges, and Embracing Your Worth. Now, check out her websites at chanteldenise.com/artist page. On Instagram, I am Chantel Denise. On Facebook, at Chantel Denise. Look out for her new EP coming soon, August 2025. And follow the Wavemakers Women in Music IG page at WIM Music or WWI Music to stay and tune up to date on all that is these phenomenal women are doing. And say it again, y'all. We love Chantel Denise. Yay. Thank you, sis. And
For having me, baby.
yes, if you want to connect with Sean LeRae, that's me. Find me for coaching at livinglovedcoaching.com. For therapy, reach out at livinglovedhealing.org. My IG is at livinglovedhealing. Facebook is the same. And if you need low-cost therapy, if you know people who do, reach out to us at the WJBcenter.com, the William Joseph Brinkley Center for Cultural Affirmation. We'll be right back here next Wednesday, 6:00 p.m. on that West Coast, 7:00 Mountain Time, 8:00 Central Time, that's Texas, and 9:00 on that East Coast. And we'll see y'all in the meantime and in between time. Jam with me as we go out to my theme song. Shout out to Wayne Lindsay and his beautiful daughter, Alana Lindsay, the musical Lindsays. Here we go, y'all.